Previously on Jobless Weebs.
Your starship does not hold a candle against these washouts.
No way. Yeah.
And they're just like saluting and sings, and it's like, no, you didn't.
Right.
You're like, they did.
And
they did.
They did, yeah. And that's the end of the 12 episode anime.
So there are still 2 OVAs,
Yeah.
1 movie,
Movie,
which will be saved for another episode.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see how this
it's-
works out, because this will be the first
Yes.
series that we
Ah.
do. Well, alongside Girls and Panzer, because we mentioned
yes.
doing something similar with that.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to episode 107 of Jobless
okay.
Weebs.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm Marco, the from Mexican, with me today.
Brian Des.
How have you been, Brian?
It's been pretty good. It's been a pretty fun week, I'd say. I got some really good sleep, which is awesome. Slept really well a couple of nights there.
Have
And
you? Oh
then-
boy, I have.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, really? Oh, no.
yeah, I've been pumping myself with melatonin just so I can get some sleep, and
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough.
yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good. I also am trying to apply for different apartments, but dang, it's hard to get one because like I've applied to like 2 or 3 recently, and it always falls through.
Really?
Like somebody else gets it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's real tough. Let's see. Oh, I also saw the 3D 30th year anniversary Jurassic Park in theaters, and it was really fun. Yeah,
Nice.
just visiting childhood memories, you know, the nostalgia, watching in 3D. It's incredible. It's really fun.
It's like you
to
see the Tyrannosaurus eating
yes.
people's like
Yeah.
so nostalgic.
So nostalgic. Yeah. And then oh man, and the
You're like, I remember when
Velociraptors
that T-Rex didn't make me sleep like for 3 weeks in a row.
yeah, it's so true. Like nightmares, seeing the eye when he's like looking through the car window. Oh man, that's great stuff. I love it. And like the Velociraptors coming out of the screen in 3D. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh boy, that
Yeah.
sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it was great. I'm glad I did that. Oh, and I've also been, of course, watching some more anime, like My Happy Marriage.
Yeah, that one's
boy.
good. I like
Yeah.
that one. You know, the drama.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's just so good.
Have you watched One Piece though?
Which one?
One Piece?
One Piece?
The live action?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you don't know what
We
you're
should-
missing.
We should watch it together.
Yeah,
That'd be
you-
kind of fun.
like you don't know what you're missing, honestly. 'cause-
Yeah.
So again, like kind of like adding to what
Oh, yes.
has already been said
Yeah.
last week. I watch it. I watch a few episodes on Japanese and on Spanish. The voice acting is really good, actually.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Normally, I'm the type of person now that like tries to watch, you know, the material with, you know,
yeah,
the original
original.
language.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes
So you can like
yeah,
hear it. Yeah.
yeah, because you know it's a different experience
It is.
watching it firsthand. Like even if you don't understand, you know, the language,
Definitely.
because I don't know, like there are some other shows that are from like Denmark or France, and it's like they sound kind of funny, but at the same time it's like, you know, different intensity because it's, you know,
It
the actor,
is.
it's there.
Yeah.
So sometimes
yeah.
voice actors they're trying to replicate the intensity. And a lot of times it's good, but you know, a lot of times they can like miss it. And in this case, it was really good. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been 2 weeks, Brian.
Wow, it has been, yeah. It's been around the block already.
Like we already have season 2, and you haven't watched it.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
alright.
yes.
I mean, if they're planning on adapting the whole One Piece, which it would be real expensive,
Oh, it would. It would be very
even for
expensive.
Netflix. But Netflix has a lot of money. I think it would be real expensive.
Even like what they could do. with kind of like continuing the story even from where they left it off.
Yeah,
Dang.
because I mean, just let alone the characters, the
Yeah.
crew from the Straw Hat
Oh
crew.
yes.
It's like the next one online is Tony Chopper,
Mm.
which is the deer.
Mm.
And it's this little cute deer that can transform into this buff guy.
To have him on screen.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like we have Brooke, who is a skeleton with an afro. We have Nico Robin, which her power is, replicating her body parts. Most of the time, her hands, or rather, her arms.
Mm-hmm.
We have also another of the warlords of the sea, Jinbei. He's another fishman, and he is a whale. So like, oh boy, but it's Speaking of the sea,
Yes, yeah.
we promised last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is where we would have probably before the video, if Edit or me did it, if he was not lazy enough, we had like a previously on Jobless Weebs.
Yes. That'd
So
be fun,
we're jumping back on a topic that we said, like, you know what, this is gonna be the end because there's more, but we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna continue today.
We're continuing.
The anime that we're gonna continue talking about, it's High School Fleet.
Yeah.
Last episode we talked about the 12 episodes of the anime.
Yep.
There are still 2 more OVAs and 1 movie, and they're just great. Like,
they are.
That essentially, gave a close to the series.
Yeah.
And
sure. And it was good.
It was a great ending. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
ending.
Tying loose ends. It's still kind of like this open-ended ending.
Yeah.
But everything was great, and most of all, like, making like the crew of the Harekaze still the MVPs of
Yes.
the movie. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
So the OVAs take part right after the Harekaze sunk.
Yep. So they are shipless.
Yeah, they're shipless.
Yeah.
They are on kind of like test, like midterms or something like that.
Yeah, it seems like midterms.
And we see a few shots of the Harekaze, still there on the part where it was parked. Is it parked? Like, do you say parked for a ship?
What?
Docked. I guess
Oh
would
yes,
be docked, right?
It's docked.
Yeah, where it was docked.
Yeah.
And you see it there. The girls are, still going on through their lives. And most of this episode mostly focuses on Burst Girl Coco.
Yep. She's great.
She gives a quick recap of what is happening.
And also her signature move where she talks to herself with going back and forth, like the imagining.
Yeah, imagining all these crazy scenarios. Yeah. Then she is talking with the German girl and is like, hey, are we gonna hang out? It's like, yeah, but I gotta talk with the captain because she said she wanted me. So let's do this.
They plan on a gangster movie afterwards.
Yeah, see, it's pretty chill environment.
It is, yeah.
The storm has passed. The brainwashing rat virus came to a close.
Yep, taken care of.
That was way for we needed that for COVID.
Oh yes,
it's
yes.
Yeah, it lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
We needed that for COVID. It lasted it's still going on. So,
yeah. Oh yes.
So she goes back to see the captain. The captain is writing a report on, all the events that happened.
Yeah.
We see Shido.
Yeah.
We see Mocha-chan in there, just filling out the reports.
Writing. Yep.
And Coco receives an important mission. Her mission is to deliver some seal orders to all the members of the Harekaze.
to be opened in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yep. And so she has this task to give this to everybody, and it's kind of sad too, where when Misaki, she's doing all the paperwork, but she doesn't want to, but she has to do it herself. Oh. It's so sad.
Captain.
So yeah, she's the captain. Coco, she goes out. She starts finding everybody, and it's pretty nice that everybody's doing like their own thing. With the bowling, the playing shogi with Tama, and
Yeah.
the other girl, and
The darts.
the darts, yeah,
Like, or just
all
like
sorts
cooking,
of
painting.
painting. Oh, and then the engineers working on some stuff.
Oh, on a boat, right? The
Yep.
mechanics,
On
yeah.
the boat, yeah. Oh, they're funny. But yeah, everyone's like doing their own thing. But Coco goes around, she delivers the orders. And it's kind of normal stuff. She's giving the orders out. They don't know what they are, but people start speculating on what these orders could be.
Especially Coco. She starts
Yeah,
with
Coco
this
herself.
delusion of,
Yeah.
oh, you have this special machine. Like, wait, but we don't have a ship. What if these are orders to like send us to other ships? And so, like, that starts
And then
spreading even
hilarious
faster than
issues.
the brainwashing rat virus.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like,
it's like
oh, did you
wildfire.
hear?
Oh,
Like the
it's
Harekaze is
crazy.
going to be disbanded, and so a lot of other ships
Ooh yes.
start.
They started
You know
approaching
the Akashi captain starts talking with the mechanic.
Mhm.
I forgot the Mie.
Oh, yeah.
Mie captain also starts talking with some of the artillery
Oh yeah.
crew,
Children, yeah.
and Coco is like, "Oh no, they're trying to
Yeah.
like poach them."
Yeah.
And even like her friend is like, "Hey, why don't you come to Germany with me as an exchange student?"
Yeah.
And she's like,
Oh,
"I've been
boy.
poached."
Right, yeah. Oh man, that really hit me because like even they as friends, she wants them to come with her, but she just breaks down, starts crying. Ah, it's so sad, dude. Because
Yeah.
everyone loves the Harekaze. Everybody wants to stay, but it's this huge.
Because the rest of the ships are useless.
They kind of are, yeah. The Harekaze MVP, they do stuff, they get stuff done, even though they were supposed to be washouts.
Yeah.
They're actually really good.
You like
They're
wash
really
it in
effective.
water academically only, because
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, they had
on the
great
field, I
sets.
don't think they are.
That's right.
And so they start, to machinate this plan on
Mhm.
gathering signatures so they can turn it in to, the principal
Yeah.
and tell her, like,
To
we don't
not
want to
disband.
disband. And
Yeah.
the people don't want us to disband.
Right.
So they
Oh,
go
it's
they go as
great.
far as creating like another festival,
Yep.
like all the curry, all the activities,
Mm.
like inviting people.
Doing all sorts of stuff, and they go to Minami, the prodigy girl who skipped grades. They go to her and she's like, "Oh, do you need signatures? I can get a
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
signatures." It's like, "Oh, scary, calm down." She's like typing it away on her computer, and it's like all these signatures. Oh, it's crazy. Who else? They go to
The other worst thing is that they started involving, crew or captains from another ships,
the other ships. Yes.
and like once the day finally arrives, they're like still like, oh, what's gonna happen to us? They're like, hey, shut up, like now, like this is an order. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
like, okay, open your envelope.
Mhm.
They have been assigned to a new ship,
Yep.
the 469 Isokase, I believe it was the name of the ship.
Yes, that sounds right.
No, the
Yoko-
Okikase.
Oh yes, yeah, that was the name of it. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's great. Like they look at the orders, and we were right there with them, totally expecting they were going to be disbanded, but this just hits you in the feels. It's so great, and they're like, "Who even started this rumor? Because it's just a rumor. It's like baseless. Who started it?" It's
Coco was like, "Who was the idiot who?"
It was me. Coco.
Let's go inside the ship.
It's so silly. Oh man, it's so great. But yeah, there are quite a few things that happen during these 2 episodes. It's wonderful. They go to the ship, and but then the principal, she also says, "Hey, you could rename it if you want," which is great.
Yeah, so it's still the Harekaze.
Yeah.
It's not the Okikase, it's the Harekaze. It's a new ship, at least as the ringing, like the outside.
Oh, yes, yeah. Because when they go in.
But for the inside, most of its parts come from the Harekaze.
Yeah.
Even the rice cooker.
Yeah. Everything's the same.
And Bruce.
Oh, man. It's so funny.
And Bruce,
and Bruce.
the shark plushie.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's just so nice. I just love it. It's so great. I love these couple of episodes there because, it's all about this, blown out of proportion threat of them leaving each other. But they don't, and they stay, and they stick together, which is so nice. Because as we remember from the season, it was all about them, mostly Misaki becoming like a captain and
also them
having their family.
Becoming a crew.
They're becoming a crew, family.
The Toretto way, he's like, we're family. So that's over. They take the ship for a spin.
Yep.
Roll the opening song.
Yep.
And it's like, that's good.
It is.
And so the OVAs came out on 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Then came out like a storm. 2020, we got a movie.
Yeah. Woo.
So
Yep. So this movie, it is pretty great.
They didn't say like how much time after was the movie.
Yeah.
But I can just speculate that it was just a couple months after or a couple of weeks after.
Yeah. Sometime in that time frame.
And the movie starts with a bunch of ships of different colors, because as we explained on the first episode of the series, we mentioned that all the ships were kind of like painted, had a stripe painted, like on the sides or somewhere visible. And the ships that appear now also have, painting on the sides, but different colors. And these ones are different schools.
Yeah.
And we see the ships, some of them are the Yamato, which is a battleship. It's one of the biggest ones, just right after the Musashi, which, Moka-chan commands. So the Yamato, which is sunk, by the way.
Right.
Another battleship, the battleship Ki. That's from another school. And the battleship turned Shinano, because originally the Shinano, it's an aircraft carrier. But again, friendly reminder, there's no such thing as planes here.
That's right. No airplanes. Mm-hmm.
We also see Misaki and Shiro. They're like, what are those things?
When they're welcoming. Yes.
Are those boys, or how are they called? I don't even think I know the name of those things in Spanish.
No. I don't know what they're really called, because boys, they're the ones that are floating.
Right.
But these were kind of
like concrete,
permanent.
Right.
Yeah, these were concrete, so they were like built. you wouldn't. I don't think you would even call them like a peer. I guess you could. Yeah, I don't know if they really have a name. I mean, they must, but I can't.
I mean,
can't
they're
think of the name.
like hiding on a structure, and when they
Yeah,
see the
they're-
ships coming,
Uh-huh.
you know, their captains or their first officials are there.
That's right.
They're just like, phew, like,
Yep. And it's like, welcome.
yeah, welcome to all the other schools.
But the tension was pretty great. I love the tension of this part when they're just hiding real quick. They're like hiding, but they're holding ropes. It's like, oh, what are they gonna do? And then they
Yeah.
pull it. It's like, yeah.
You're like, I want to see you try, like, put in the
Like,
rope, and they're like,
so that's pretty funny. Well, I actually was thinking that happened, but they pull on the ropes. The sign comes up. It's like, welcome to. It's like a festival.
it's like a sports festival,
Yeah.
with, you know, ships.
Ships. That's right. So yeah, these ships come in, all these different schools. It's pretty interesting. The principal welcomes them, and she's like, "Yeah, we get to have this festival, and you can mingle with people, with girls from other years, and then from other schools too," which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool idea. That
I
they
reckon
can-
it would be something close to kind of like a national level event kind of thing.
Yeah,
Or even kind of
drive.
like reminded me of.
National level.
I do remember like this anime, the Irregular at Magic High School.
Yes.
How they
Oh,
have
I love that
like those school competitions, like the magic.
Oh,
competition
yes,
of
the magic
different
tournament.
schools.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, kind of
Similar.
like something like that.
That's right. Oh, I love that one. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, we should talk about that one day.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, they assemble. They're hosting, and they're making all of these events as the cultural festival with food, with activities,
skits,
yeah.
and
But overall, like the main attraction, or the events, kind of like the sport events.
right.
We have a huge variety of events. Events from like kind of like going on a ship, trying to cross like the finish line, avoiding obstacles in a really fast boat.
Yep. It's like a souped up speedboat obstacle course.
Yeah. We also have like a battle royale of a lot of us, and like a huge.
Oh yes, a huge platform.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, and they had the balloons, the water balloons on their foreheads. Oh, I love this one. And they have, I guess they were foam swords. I'm guessing they were foam swords.
And also the platform was made out of
And it
foam.
was made of foam. This is hilarious.
It was really funny because like Maki-san was killing it.
Oh yes, yeah. They were. Oh man, she was going all over the place, or like flipping into the air, and they had like a tornado cyclone move. And the Harekaze crew, a lot of them were spectating. They were having a great time watching. But,
Until they all got in one place and they're like.
Oh yes,
That was so
they fell off
anticlimactic.
the end. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. And the Spee, the German captain and EXO, I think, they had a fun time too. Oh man, I thought that was just a funny battle royale.
We have kind of like a beginning of kind of like a breach in the in the Harekaze crew, because there is a ship, the Hay battleship.
Yeah.
The captain is kind of like on vacation or something like that, right? She's gonna be absent.
Yeah, she's gonna be absent. I want to say I remember them saying that she had like a sickness or something, that she had to go out for some time.
So
Yeah.
they
but then this
asked,
is-
she was like, hey, you wanted to be a captain, like, do you still want to be a captain? You can be a captain for like for the hay.
For the
It's a
hay.
battleship.
Uh,
Just like, test the waters, see how you like it.
oh boy.
And she's like, okay. And Misaki was there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like Shiro, like,
right. It's
go,
like
go
her
ahead.
chance.
It's like, that's what you wanted, I guess.
Yeah.
And
oh man. And it's
Yeah,
so
it's just
sad.
kind of like the beginning of the tension.
Yeah.
We are introduced to another new character.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Her name is Sue.
Sue.
She's like a
She's-
green hair
Uh-huh.
girl, probably a couple years younger than them.
Yeah, maybe like 2 years. And she's a foreigner.
Yeah, and she's looking for her dad.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, for some reason, she was told that her dad was somewhere there. And so
Yeah.
she's lost at the festival, and Shiro and Misaki are like taking care of her, hanging out. Then there's this one event that it's, a strategy game
Oh yes.
where the captain and the XOs
Mm-hmm.
like can participate,
Mhm.
and it was it was funny because
Oh yeah.
we have the captains of all these big ships like the Yamato and the Shinano and the Ki, and then they were like Misaki sign up there. Moka-chan also decided not to sign in, so she gave
That's right.
her spot to Shiro.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And a lot of people were like, you're just an XO of a destroyer. Kind of like
yeah.
this
Looking down on her.
this Tanjiro look like, yeah.
yes. Oh yes.
And then she was beating the crap out of them.
Yeah. She totally.
And they're
wrecks
like,
them.
Are you sure you're just like an XO? Like,
Yeah.
you're not
yeah.
kidding me? Like, you're a captain of
Yeah,
a big ship.
Captain
Because,
Victor.
like, stuff. And the thing is that by this point, Shiro, has her own kind of like flavoring for tactics, but a lot of
Yeah.
them come from Misaki's tactics.
Oh yes.
Kinda like she has adopted a little
She
bit of
kind
the
of-
flavoring from her captain.
Yeah, yes. With kind of her own flair, since she has to overcome her own unluckiness. yeah, ever since the first few episodes of the series, we find out she's unlucky. So yeah, it's kind of funny that it just continues even in small games like this. So this game is kind of like a war strategy game, of course.
It's kind of like that
Like-
board game.
like,
How is it called? Battleships? I think it's called Battleships, right?
Yeah. It's like Battleships, but with dice roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So like some weird baby between D&D and Battleships.
yeah, something like that. yeah. Oh man.
He's like, I'm hitting there. All right.
Go for it.
Like,
Here's the
roll.
roll.
Roll if you attack. 17. It hits.
It
Okay.
hits.
Roll for damage.
yeah, something like that. Oh man, it's quite interesting. And so this tournament is like showing their mettle, see how well they do, and lo and behold, the two of them get to the finals.
Yeah.
So they have to fight it out.
A fight that we don't get to see
Unfortunately,
because freaking Sue.
freaking Sue.
So-
and plot thickens.
Yeah,
and
plot thickens
crap
because
hit
it
the fan.
turns out that Sue, she's a kid, so she was scammed.
Yeah.
Turns out that she's really
Yeah.
good with ships,
Yes.
handling them.
Mm-hmm.
And she was tricked by some dudes that they turned out to be pirates to, do some stuff with kind of like a marine base, like a huge ship that it's
Yeah.
also works as a base
Uh-huh.
or as a fortress, kind of like a moving fortress.
Yeah. Yes. The one in the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, this is like after a lot of time together with Misaki and Shiro.
Yeah,
So,
okay,
yeah,
like,
and
yeah,
so
we
it's really
skipped
weird
the
that
parts where they
Sue
were
is-
chilling because
Uh-huh. So yeah, it's really odd that Sue is just like doing this. But yeah, then again, she was told by these shady guys.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, he was like, "Hey, we'll help you find your dad.
yeah,
'Cause we know where
I-
he is. We
I
have the
wish-
resources.
right.
Help
And-
us do this."
Yeah,
He's
and
like,
and you'll see your dad. So yeah, it's kind of shady. It's kind of, well, even the part that we saw, we don't really even know how they came into contact with her, other than in the alley, and like
Yeah,
that part is really really weird to me.
yeah, they were
Uh,
only mentioned just a little bit of
They did.
there was this organization up to no good
Yeah,
because I mean they had to be introduced.
that's right.
And I guess they could have introduced them sometime during like the anime, but
Okay.
they also seem like a one-time
Yeah,
bad guys. So like they suddenly came in, we were aware of them, but
yeah.
we pay
yeah.
no mind to them, and because we pay no mind to them, things escalate a little bit.
That's right. Sue, she does she does what she's told. She tugs this big thing over, and it like explodes right in front of the kind of like the entrance to the port, and so they find out that the Blue Mermaids are totally blocked off from leaving, and so yeah, this
Blue Barber, they never do anything, anything right.
for real, yeah. Like I think they just like they did one or two things, but yeah, they're like always stuck. Well, and so their tournament, their finals is called off, or rather, this happens, and so they have to help with the emergency. It seemed like Shiro was gonna win. Like they were talking like Shiro was gonna win.
Yeah,
But man,
as
I
much
wish
as
we
I'm
could
rooting
have seen it.
for the captain, I
Right. I
think
mean,
that Shida would have.
Misaki is like she's
But yeah, so
she's
they get sorted.
Uh-huh.
They get sorted out. Not only them,
oh yeah,
like all the other ships are like, okay,
yep.
battle stations,
Battle
let's
stations.
go.
White dolphins are involved, and it's kind of interesting plan that these pirates have. They want to bring this scientific plant. It's like a
It was kind of like a nuclear
Yeah.
plant or
yeah,
something of the sort, right? And they had also kidnapped some of the researchers.
Yep.
So what they wanted to have was
uh-huh.
a self-sufficient base
Right.
where they could have, energy
Mhm.
like continually, and also,
Be impregnable.
provisions and
Yep.
and also this was like a moving fortress, so it had weapons
yes,
to
yes.
defend itself. So mainly they wanted headquarters
Yep.
that they could move freely.
Mhm, mhm. So it'd be
Pretty
really,
smart
really-
plan.
It is a smart plan, absolutely. And they had a really good execution too. They weren't planning on the training students, the students coming in. And
Yeah, they
taking them
didn't
out.
plan on that.
But man, it was a good plan. It was absolutely.
Yeah, the guy also reveals to Sue that, hey, we tricked you,
Yeah,
so
you're out.
get the heck out.
Right. So yeah, poor Sue. But at least she knows Misaki and Jiro. So she and also she knows the layout to the place. So
Yeah.
she comes along. Which
Yeah.
is kind of weird. I mean,
So
she just comes along. Yeah.
yeah, because we have the white dolphins and the blue mermaids.
Yep.
They're getting close. They're being overwhelmed, but somehow Shira's sister manages to sneak in.
Uh-huh.
Free all the hostages,
Uh-huh.
and she also manages to fight against the captain of the pirates, right?
Yeah. And it's a wacky battle.
Yeah.
No contest.
Yeah, she wins. Like,
Oh man.
right off.
Oh man, she goes ballistic on them. She can.
I think she's like the only useful blue mermaid.
She really is. Yeah, she does like all these flips, and she like knocks everybody out, and she just totally owns everybody. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, we're good. We saved the day. Let's
All the
go.
hostages
And
are
then he's like,
out.
oh no, I don't think so. Because then the dude is like, oh, I'm not gonna let this slide. He goes crazy and he kind of like arms the fortress, like turns it on, and everything's going to crap because it's like an automated, an autonomous like fortress. So
Which is crazy.
It attacks whatever it sees. It's like crap.
Yeah, so it's crazy. It's like you can't even get through the armor. It's huge, and it's self-automated. It's a freaking fortress, and dang, I don't even know why they made it because it's just incredible.
Yeah, it's like
it's like the best.
This is the best example of a bad idea.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, we've made something indestructible that has the power to destroy anything.
Yep.
No one can steal it. What if someone can?
Yeah.
Then we're beep.
Oh yeah. Well,
we're beep big time.
And the bigger threat is that if it gets close to land, goodbye Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Which we don't have Tokyo for starters, so it's like, it's like, I'm so glad you guys like the water because it's the only thing you will see.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
And so what I liked next was, Misaki's plan.
Yeah.
That it's so crazy. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I love it.
Yeah.
So her plan was working alongside Moka with the Musashi, where she would fire her main guns of the Musashi, and some of those guns were colored.
Oh, yes.
And whenever she was shooting, the blast of water, that's where the Harekaze was supposed to sail.
Yeah.
And it was like, I love the animation on this part because it was the water and the ship was like, and I like the other ships. I'm like, those guys are crazy.
Yes.
Like, how is she so trusting that she's not gonna sink them? It's like, I mean, they're just best friends, and I guess it's like they trust each other because he's like, oh yeah, now this many degrees.
Yeah.
And they go there, and then they go there. It's like,
oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, oh boy. Oh man,
it was
one of those is not gonna go in the sea. It's gonna go in the main ringing, and then bye Harekaze, and then like God knows how many new ships they got left.
Oh yikes! Yeah, no. Oh, that'd be way too sad, dude. And then and the funny part is that Sorin, she's like going. She's just going as best she can, but she still freaks out like all the time. She's so funny. She's like always screaming. It's incredible. They do it. They execute this plan and it goes.
Yeah, and they managed to get inside the fortress.
Yeah,
because at this point, like all the pirates were taken into custody.
Yeah.
Except for the captain, I think, right? No, I think he was also taken into custody. It was just... that was his plan. His plan is like, they took me, so I'm going to explode everything.
Okay.
So, like, the facility was empty. It was just like a ticking bomb.
Okay.
And they couldn't stop it. They couldn't go, inside to get control of it. Because it was already a ticking bomb. And also, all the outside weapons didn't let them go through.
Right.
So what they once they make it inside, they manage to stop it, but they still need to destroy it because it's still this ticking bomb. and they grab the hoverboard
Oh yeah,
of the doctor.
Oh
Minami,
my!
and attach a torpedo somehow.
Oh, I can't believe they did that. Like, all I had were questions. It was like, how? It works, and it's so funny. So Rin, she controls it from the ship, and they go through it, and they make it navigate through and turn, and it goes in, and it was like the main. I want to say it was like the main engine room.
Yeah, kind of like where the
Something like
core of the
The core of it.
the core engine was there, and, or also the reactor, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
And they're like, okay, hit it. and this part was
boy.
so intense as well, because like they exploded it and like, okay, let's make our way out like yesterday.
Yeah. So they started booking it.
Again, it's like at this point you're like, okay, we did it. They're MVPs again.
Right.
Then they cannot go out, and it's like,
yep. Crap, it's the fan again. Yeah. Oh boy, I thought for sure they were gonna be goners. Like it's collapsing. They can't even go through. I don't even know why the hole that was already in there got blocked off again, but somehow it got blocked off again. So they, and then they were like, oh, no torpedo can like get through it, from that blockage. So Shiro is like, I got this. And oh boy, oh man, that was too much. I was like, no way. Is she gonna like suicide? What on earth? I don't even know what she was thinking at that point.
for the Harekaze.
Said no weapons. Oh, I know, right? Like that's exactly what I thought. Because like they said no weapons can get it through. But they have awesome teamwork once again.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah,
they have
really
awesome
scared.
plot armor.
They do.
This weird plot armor that is like, oh no, it's gonna break. It's like, oh, it didn't break. Oh god.
Yeah.
You got me there for a second. Many seconds.
Yeah. Many seconds.
So yeah, the facility is destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
They go out safely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They meet again, like back at the ship.
Yeah.
Like, you know, reuniting after a couple hours of a lot of intensity. And then Shiro confronts Misaki. Because, you know, during this whole time, there was still this sort of gap.
Yeah, this
between
tension.
the two of them.
Uh-huh.
And it could be felt by like the rest of the crew. They're like, okay, something's happening here.
Yeah, it's like
is this because of the finals, or you know, the final battle in the event, or is there something else?
Something else. Yeah, something else. Oh boy.
And so Shiro is like, hey, I'm gonna be a captain. And Misaki's like, you know, her world crumbling.
Yeah, but she's like still smiling and it's like heart-wrenching.
Okay. Like, right. But not right now. I still, like, it was like, yeah. Like, insert the SpongeBob meme, like, yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. Dude, I'm so glad.
Yeah, she's like, I need more experience, and I got a lot more to learn from you as my captain. And
I'll be learning a lot more from you. I'm glad she chose to stay, at least for now, because they just make an awesome team. She will be a great captain one day, but yeah, I'm glad they'll be together for a while.
Yeah, great movie. Like,
yeah,
we had a few of loose ends. For example, like, what the heck? Yeah. Like, does Sue dad actually was alive? Did they found that, or like, was that just like a made up lie, or maybe the pirate was the dad? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, that
Didn't
was
get
pretty
resolved. Like,
open-ended.
I guess like the best scenario to assume was like, oh yeah, the pirates they were imprisoned, and all the other useless ships they were probably demoted.
Oh yeah, seriously, yeah.
It's like,
Harekaze,
how is it that
they do
a
everything
captain that a lot of you guys said like they're not even captains
right.
of a destroyer perform
Yeah.
there better than you?
Yeah, they're just wiping the floor with everyone. Oh man, yeah. Oh, I don't even know. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, they. Oh man, So yeah, they can stay together. So nice. Sue, she's gonna stick around too. Yeah, it's pretty much all in all a really good outcome. But yeah, it is kind of odd that there's that loose end that we never really find out.
Which at that point, you don't really care.
True.
At least the first time that I watched it, I was like, Sue? A dad?
Oh yeah.
What's that? It's like, I don't care about that. Like, she's not leaving the crew.
right. That's her
Like,
real
that's the
family.
best news I've heard.
Oh yeah, so it's yeah. Oh wow. Pretty funny.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think that one gave closure to, the series.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that the OVA was a great closure, like a great open ending. It's like, okay,
yes.
they sail into the sea in their new ship.
Yeah.
And just the movie was a fun add-on. It's like
exactly.
It's like that French fry that it's in your bag at McDonald's after you're done with your French fries, and it's like, and it's one of the long ones, and you're like,
okay.
how did I end up find you? It's like, it was delicious.
It's delicious,
So,
yeah. You enjoy
something
it.
like that. It's like,
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
like the last fry in your bag after you're done with your meal.
That's nice.
That's what this movie is.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. The OVAs, they wrap up the series so well. I love it. And yeah, the movie, it is a great, for sure. I looked into a little bit of the manga. They have a little bit of kind of like a spin-off for the Captain of the Spee, which is kind of interesting. Yep, it was kind of a fun one. But yeah, the anime, really good. I
Nice.
really liked it.
All right, yeah, that was great. I hope you guys liked it.
Yeah,
This was a short one,
it was.
but granted, it was just a movie and
Yeah.
OVAs. It was not 12 episodes, so
That's right.
So yeah, I hope you liked it. This is the end of the series. I guess the other series that we have to tackle right after is Girls and Panzer. And
That's right.
there is one that I don't think we did
yeah.
justice to that episode. It was one of our early episodes.
Oh.
You might know which one. Starts with love, ends with life.
Okay.
Yeah, our episode on Love Live. We just covered the 4 Love Lives, which,
Right.
after this much time, it's like, it just doesn't feel right that we covered the 4th series in just one episode.
Right. Oh,
So
there's a lot more to do for Love Live.
yeah, especially the latest one, Superstar. Like, it's my favorites. Saint Canon-chan.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, like
Superstar would be good to do.
yeah, if you want to watch like this the ending of High Footy, aka High School Fleet, go watch the OVAs, watch the movies.
That's right. Definitely worth it.
Yep, it's really good. We'll see you next episode with another week. We'll see you next week with another episode.
Oh yes. Next week with another one. That's right.
Keep watching anime.
Matane.
Jane.